I guess when you reflect on this season and what you were able to accomplish, especially in the playoffs, what comes to mind?
Uh, Give it all we got, and you know, played 11 as one, man, and that's all you can really ask for. Just coming in each and every day. You could tell that when we come to work, we happy. We happy to be here, and you win some, you lose some, man. It is what it is.
Is it any tougher when you get that close to the Super Bowl as opposed to previous years?
Oh yeah, it's always a little tougher. Always got the mixed feelings. My second year we lost in the first round. My third year we lost in the second round, and this year we lost the game before the Super Bowl. So it is what it is. But it's football at the end of the day.
Sean said that this was as special of a group as he's been around.
Yeah.
What made this group so special and different than years past?
Just loving to come to work and doing what we got to do, man. Just the brotherhood, players to coaches, coaches to players. Just everybody around this facility, man. Just love being here.
Have you been able to think ahead about what the future might hold yet, or are you still on last night?
I can't really talk about future, and we just lost a game like that. So,
When you reflect on this season on a personal level, what do you feel like your evaluation is of how you performed and what you were able to achieve?
it's a team effort. They allowed me to play good, so just everybody had their games where you're not gonna be 100% perfect every play, every down, every game. Just being able to have that trust from them and allowing me to go play free and just be the land shark. That's it. That's really it.
If you're back, the secondary group is largely back. What do you think you can build for next year?
Just building off of what we did this year and just making a name for ourselves, because every year they always say we're a terrible secondary.
Still hurting this morning? Or stinging?
It sucks. It's still pretty fresh. Not much, we can do about it now at the moment. Just kind of, do what you can, get over it the best way you can. But, still pretty sucks.
When you reflect on this team and everything you all accomplished, when you think about last night, did you leave anything on the table? What are your thoughts?
I'm proud of the way this team fought, especially over the course of the whole season. There's times where things didn't always go our way, but we always fought and, stuck together. Even when we had those losses, we used those losses to fuel us later on in the season, and I feel like it did. We just came up short against a very good team, and it's the NFL. So
Where do the Rams go from here?
Me personally, I'm not sure. It's kind of my first year doing this, so I assume there's going to be a lot of the choices made and off-season decisions or whatnot. But for me personally, and I know a lot of other guys, is getting back to work. That's all we can really do from now.
Big Super Bowl's in a couple of weeks, but if you talk to Seattle and LA fans, they thought yesterday that was the game because of the back and forth. It was like a heavyweight boxing match. People were knocked down, but everybody got back up until the very end. What do you think?
I feel like no matter who we played in the Super Bowl, it was going to be a good game. I don't feel like it was going to be a cakewalk. It's the Super Bowl. That team was going to leave all their bullets out anyway. But yeah, the Seattle Rams series this year was a bunch of great games. So I could see that opinion for sure.
When you reflect on your personal growth from this season, what are the things that you feel like you improved on the most, and who are the people that kind of helped you do that?
For sure. For me, it was just kind of finding who I am as a player in this league. You kind of find what you're good at and then keep doing that. BY, Verse, Kobe Turner, even some of the DBs, Omar, Nate. Those guys just instilled that confidence in you over the course of the season, just kind of let you play free. And also my coach, Joe Coniglio, he does a great job of, instilling that confidence and that freedom of play style and that he knows I have. And it's kind of pushing me to be great. And my teammates give me the confidence and, certain plays and packages to, have me out there.
Do you feel like you've found out what you are best at and what you are good at to be able to do that more?
A little bit. I feel still getting my feet wet in it. But I feel like I've done a lot this year in terms of like what I've asked to do, and whatever the role is going forward. I'm willing to do that.
How much growth? Great team. Next year, you got this year under your belt. What do you do to just keep on getting better and improving on what happened this year?
For sure. One thing I would say was definitely don't dwell on it, but definitely use it as fuel and use it as motivation, use it as an experience. I mean, you've been here before, you know what it took to get here. Now just that little extra, that little more just to, finish the job.
I really don't know what's gonna happen. We're gonna let it play out, man, and I'm gonna sit back and just see what happens.
Would you like to be back here?
Yeah, I would love to be back here. This is a great organization. A winning organization. I would love to be back for sure.
You played really well down the stretch. Do you think maybe you showed, not just the Rams but the entire league what you can do? Did you feel like this were some of your best games?
Yeah. I feel like this season, I put the league on notice. And like I said, we're just gonna see what happens.
Still stinging from last night's loss, or is it?
Nah, yeah, it's for so still stinging, but that's it's a league, it's a winner and a loser every game, and we was on the short end of the stick this game, so like I said, just trying to be appreciative, of this whole season I had with this group.
Sean talked about how this was as special of a group as he's been around. What made this group so special and close-knit?
Just the type of guys that we had in the locker room, man. We had real genuine guys in here. Guys that really had a love for each other, and wanted to see each other succeed, and that's just why it hurts that we didn't, make it all the way.
Kam, were you proudest of what you showed or put on display this season?
I'm just proud I got to make plays to help my team win games. Just being a productive part of the team. You know what I'm saying, and just helping the team win. That's it. That's all I wanted to do, and I feel like I did that, and that's what I'm proud of.
What are your hopes for where the franchise goes from here?
I feel like this franchise is going to continue to win. Like, the culture that McVay and the staff in this building have brought to the Rams, like, I feel like it's going to stick, for a long time. And, they're going to continue to win, if I'm a part of it, if I'm not a part of it, you know what I'm saying? But, I feel like the culture here is unbeatable.
You were a key part of two really good teams here. You got that close to the Super Bowl. When you're making your decision about your future, how important is the chance to play in the Super Bowl going to be?
It's real important. You know what I'm saying? Just tasting the winning seasons that we had here. I want to keep winning. You know what I'm saying? That's obviously a big part that's going to come down to it. But like I said, we're just going to see what happens.
How do you kind of turn the sting into a positive?
Just reflecting on the memories that we created this season, like. Even though we ain't make it all the way, this was a special season. You know what I'm saying? This is the best team I ever been on. The caliber of guys we on the team, and what we did. You know what I'm saying? Winning 12 games in the regular season, like that's the most games I ever won. This is the farthest I've ever been in the postseason. So, just reflecting on the good memories that we created.
How do you sort of deal with the sting of all of this right now? It was such a good season.
I think we're all definitely bummed out. Wanted to play in the next game, so I think it's just reevaluating and just doing everything we can to get ready for next year. Obviously, that kind of transitions into that. So,
For the opportunity that you were able to get, just what did it mean to you personally to have the success you did and contribute the way you did?
Yeah, it means everything, and you got to give credit to obviously Ethan Evans, Jake McQuaid, all those guys that were a part of the operation. They did a fantastic job, including the protection. Everyone did a really good job this year, and it means everything. It was a fun year, and it was successful for me.
The guys that you just talked about, Jake McQuaid and all the rest of them, Ethan, and this is really a family.
Yeah.
Here with the Rams. Did you feel that right away because your success came almost automatically?
Yeah, and being with a few other teams, just coming in here and seeing what they had here, it was a tight knit. It was everyone was very close, and it was really cool to see.
Do you have to build off this? Do you want to stick around here? What do you see for the Rams going forward?
I haven't thought that far. I'm just packing up the locker, so I haven't really thought that far. But I'm just ready to make the next kick whenever that comes,
When you got here, you talked about how you stayed ready and you made sure that every week you felt like you were preparing to kick that week.
Yeah.
When you look at, just how much you've done and accomplished this season, how much did that mindset and that preparation pay off?
Yeah, I think you kind of saw the results there. It works. It's a lot like golf, and you gotta keep it simple, and you'll make kicks. Don't overcomplicate it. But yeah.
Rob, this is always a tough day. So how do you sort of process all of this?
Oh man, slowly. Process,
do it slowly, do it with the people you love, and just kind of accept how you're feeling and kind of see where that takes you. And man, there's no magic sauce or anything that kind of helps this out. It's it's a day that sucks, but yeah, no, that's the best answer I got for you.
Does just sitting with this, is this what kind of makes you grow stronger in the long run? Is that just getting through it?
Sure. Yeah, obviously got to learn to deal with things and deal with the different emotions a day like this has, and hopefully learn from it, grow from it. But in the moment, it kind of feels like there's obviously some pretty dark days, but you realize that you got people in your corner that you're always going to love, and they love you back. So
it seemed like physically this was a really difficult year for you. Just like, what were you kind of working through and trying to get back from throughout the year?
Yeah, no, it was very challenging. It was just my ankle was hurt enough to probably play, but hurt enough not to play well. And this is a performance league, and so did everything I could in my power, rest, injections, rehab, whatever it happened to be, try and get this thing to feel a little better, and just kind of lost that battle. So it was definitely tough, and trying to process that and kind of what that brings. But it was it was definitely a challenging year, a fun year for the room. Even just being with those guys, whether I was playing or not, it was one of the better times I've had.
You kind of just mentioned it, but while you were processing that, why was it so important for you to pour into and invest in all these guys, especially Warren with in particular?
Yeah, no, it's I got a lot of love for this building, for this team, for that room. When I was young, guys were helping me out, and so it's something I could return the favor and just do what I can. I just wanted to win, whether that was me on the field or smacking poop on the sidelines or handing out smelling salts, whatever whatever I could do to help. That's what I wanted to do.
How do you build a good season, 12-5? But what do you take from all of this to start building for next year and go further?
Yeah, we'll answer that in a couple months probably. We'll process and kind of heal up, and we'll go from there. But I think the answer to that is going to be a couple months down the road.
How much does it hurt just the fact that the expectations were so great?
Yeah, expectations are a double-edged sword. Expectations are something you haven't done yet, and so we were with this team. We were expecting to win every game, and whether it happens or not, that's what we expected. That's what we practiced for. That's what we trained for. That's everything, obviously, and losing in any time in the playoffs is going to hurt.
Rob, you've talked before about just your body's going to decide how long you can play. Have you thought at all about whether you'll be back next season?
Yeah, I'd be lying to you if I said I haven't. But that's just something I'm going to continue to think about, and we'll go from there.
I mean, you've accomplished a lot in your career. You're already a Super Bowl champion. Do you feel like there's still stuff you want to do that you have to prove in this game, or is it just a decision to make for the love of the game and what's best for your family?
Yeah, love of the game, what's best for my family. I've done a lot of these 11 years and been around some amazing people and had a lot of great memories and a lot of friends I'm going to carry with me for forever. So, but love the game, love this place, love the Rams. I appreciate Sean and everything he's done, and just man, it was tough. It's been tough.
Is this a tougher day because of the expectations overall?
Yeah, I mean, I think losing in regardless in the playoffs kind of sucks. Again, just with losing all the guys and all the work we've put in since, March, April, it kind of sucks, but yeah.
What can you take away, I know it's early, from what you guys were able to accomplish this season?
Yeah, I mean, it's a game of inches. Every single game, I mean, it all starts with, beginning of the season. Those losses that we had, I feel like, kind of hurt us, towards the end. I mean, we could have probably shot for the first seed, but we try not to look back at the past too much. I mean, we were in the position to win it and possibly go to the Super Bowl, so those aren't things we try to look back on too much. But,
What can the offensive line build on? You guys seem to play really well.
I think, yeah, I mean, my 3 years here, I mean, I feel like we've all stuck together, and it's pretty cool to see us get better at what we do. And I have no doubt that next year, we'll carry that same mindset.
Sean talked about Rob being such an impact for you guys, even just as a quote-unquote coach on the side. What did that mean to you, and what did you learn?
Yeah, I mean, he's been like that since I got here. Those are the type of guys you want on the team. Even B.A., who's a coach now, but honestly was a coach when I first got here, being a player. But you want those guys around the facility, every position, and that's something that I've took on, too. I mean, we're going to get a new batch of young guys, and the only thing I could ever think about is doing for them what was done to me. I learned a lot from him, and, I'm blessed to, have him be a teammate and someone who's, showed me the ropes. So
After the sting is gone, what do you use to take it an extra couple of steps?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of tough right now, to be able to look at, what's in the future. I know that throughout my off seasons, I've learned something, of how to prepare, how to get better, and it's going to be awesome to see how, we all come back for this next year. I think, with the younger squad that we have, I think we're all going to carry that, be a pro mindset. So, yeah.
You are going to be extension eligible this offseason. Would you like to come to terms to be here long term?
Yeah, I think we have a lot of guys who are eligible for that. I think it would be awesome to stay here just with the culture that we have and everything that we've built. Day after the game, I mean, we'll see how those talks go. But as of now, just kind of worried about getting some relaxation and trying to put all this stuff behind us.
This was one of the most successful rushing offenses in the league. What do you feel like you guys as an offensive line were able to improve on or to build on to get more push and to be successful in that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we had a good game plan. So I feel like that came from the coaches. But we've seen these guys 3 times. So we kind of know what we're getting into when it comes to that. And it came down to execution as well. We know if we get Matthew back there and being able to, launch the ball downfield, that he's going to get those balls completed. But, yeah.
How would you describe Matthew's performance last night?
Great, man. It's the reason why you as offensive lineman, when you see stuff that he does, that it gets you hype and it makes you want to work. Like the first down that he went and got on his own, like that's the type of stuff that makes you like, hey, this is my guy. This is my quarterback, and he just keeps proving it to me every time. So it's just galvanizing that belief that I have in him.
This game is sort of the perfect example of it only takes 1, maybe 2 mistakes, and everything is different.
Yeah, playoff time is mistakes have to be at a minimum, and like they say, the team with the least mistakes, and definitely in the playoffs, you only get so many chances, and the competition that you're going against, it just heightens that. It's you have one chance, maybe one mess up that you can do before the tides turn. I mean, it didn't even have to be like that dramatic of a mistake to really turn the game. So it could have been a missed block by me. It could have been a fumble. It could be a misstep or a messed up route. That could be the determining factor of the game. And so it's you can't put that on anything. You can't put it on one person. Everybody has to make it happen, and you just always hope it's not you to be the person to do it. And we just try to bring everybody who could possibly feel that way to know that that's not the reason. There's a lot of plays that could be made. So next play, do the next right thing, and that's all you can do.
Rob told us he's got a decision to make about his future. I saw you share a hug with him here. What has he meant to you as your partner there on the right side, and just to this team in general?
Man, he's like the father figure of the room. He's been like a mentor to me. I'm talking about since day one. So it's bittersweet to not know the future for him, and I'll always be grateful for him because he's always made it easy for me. Even just the first day coming in, I felt like I was acclimated very easy to the group. One of the main guys to do it for me. Right side is always going to be a thing for me that I'm always going to think about. It's kind of our mantra. We always say right side before we go out and play, and I feel like I'm going to take that with me.
Does it sting a little more because of the expectations that you guys felt like, hey, we didn't just belong here, we're one of the best?
It's always that. I feel like everybody is watching us because they know. I mean, everybody can say everything else. You can say, oh, the Rams, that the Rams should be in there. The Rams should do this and that. And to not live up to what we know we can do is the thing that hurts. And, like I said, we have such supreme confidence in ourselves and the people around us. We love everybody around us to the point it feels like a college in here. It just makes it hurt that much worse, because it just having those expectations so high and believing that you can reach those expectations with no doubt, it's gonna hurt more.